What's good, y'all? One of the things I love the most about this spiritual journey, the spiritual awakening, spiritual enlightenment, all the above, whatever you want to call it, is the fact that you could take as many turns as you want and they're always the right decision. Now, a lot of us are still waking up to the fact that there is no wrong, that there is no evil. Of course, there's stuff going on out there in the world. Of course, match the context, find the balance of what I'm saying, but it's like there is no wrong decision in your life. Whether you make the quote correct decision, okay, cool, everything's going smooth sailing, everything's nice and easy, la-di-da-di-da. You make the quote wrong decision, oh, you get ran up against the wall, you are faced with an obstacle. And y'all know my philosophy, above, under, around, or through it. That's how you deal with all of your obstacles. And with you solving that problem, you learn something, either to identify that obstacle from a mile away, or to know next time what to do when it comes up, so you don't have to sit there and think. You can just automatically jump into action, right? But in this spiritual journey, you will come across many different paths, many different practices. Y'all know my typical list, the crystals, the manifestation, the necromancy, blood magic, earth magic. If you want to just get in touch with the matrix, some people like to get in, specifically speak with the matrix, all this type of stuff. Do what you do. If you find your purpose and meaning of being a tinfoil hatter trying to expose the government and all the secrets and lies they've been telling us, then go for it, do your thing. But what I always find to be important is you have to find, you don't have to, but it's my recommendation that you find that thing that you're really good at. Even if that thing doesn't exist, mix two things and make it your single thing, right? For example, when you play video games, let's just say you're playing a fighting game and you have your favorite character. They that's the best one. But you say, okay, let me play around with some other characters real quick. So I'm gonna play, I don't like this one, blah, blah, I don't like this one. Okay, now this match is gonna mean something to me. This match means I have to bring my A game. I have to do my best. Which character are you gonna go to? Your favorite one that you've won the most with, right? That's kind of how I see the spiritual practice, right? I went to college for soil science, essentially, environmental resources management, but a concentration in soil science. And in the umbrella of soil science, there's soil lithology, soil chemistry, soil physics, soil classification, soil use case, all these different things that all are under that umbrella of soil science. So under the umbrella of spiritual practices, if you will, I picked my domain as to be mental magic, law of attraction, manifestation, living in this state of something that I want, living in it and living it as if it were true, ignoring physical reality. So the more that I think it, the more that I think from that perspective, my universe, my world, my subconscious has no choice but to mold itself around my belief that I'm playing for it every single day. That's how I win this game. That's how I navigate this game. And that's what I choose to speak and try to teach some people. But you go do your own thing. My thing is, even when you are working with your main character, even when you are in your actual favorite topic of study, if you will, you, in playing that video game, playing as your main character, when you fight other people, other characters, you see how they get down as well too. And now you bring you bring that lesson that you learned from that fight, that game, and take it to yourself. Okay, whenever I see this person, they're going to do X, Y, Z. They're going to jump a lot. They're going to crouch a lot. They're going to block a lot. They're going to throw projectiles a lot. And you be like, okay, next time I see you, I know what to look out for, right? So even when you're in your own bag, you can still look up. You can look up from your desk and be like, what y'all doing? Oh, that's cool. I'm gonna write that down in my notes real quick. You see what I'm saying? And you just keep on going from there. There's so much stuff to study out here. And don't get too attached to one spiritual practice. For me, it's mental magic. I've been around, I've done some things, but who knows? Even 5 minutes from now, 5 hours from now, a week from now, I might find something that completely rocks my world and I go explore that in depth. And I might stick to that one. I might, get really deep into that one, or I might bring it all back to my mental magic. Who knows? But that's up for you to decide. I'm just here to give you some, a little bit of a breakdown of what's going on out here. A little syllabus, if you will. It's like a nice little outline of all the options that you have. My thing is get your one thing and really practice it, really get into it. But don't pick one thing because it's the first thing. Explore a little. If you are in the very beginnings of your spiritual journey, find that thing. Explore everything first. Even if it seems crazy, even if he seems a little sketchy, even if it seems like something that went against your religion before, just look at it. There's nothing wrong with reading a book. Let's just say if, and I'm just going way out here just to give y'all the sense of polarity. Let's just say you want to start studying some demonic worship or some stuff like that, and you've been full-fledged Christian your entire life. Okay, there's nothing wrong with reading a book, because if they are your enemy, what's war? You have to know what your enemy is doing, right? So just check out what they're doing. So then now, even though you read that book, that doesn't make you a whole demon worshiper. That just says, okay, if I see someone coming at me with this energy, if I see someone behaving like this, or I see someone that's into this, I know the type of stuff they're doing. And if you feel the need to, this is now how I can protect myself from them, or I can engage in conversation to see how I can implement this into my own life. You see what I'm saying? There's no wrong direction. It's just like when you want to go into the dark arts or even the light arts, you have to understand, what are you sacrificing? My theory, and I could be off on this, but this is just my theory from what I've observed. When you want to go the dark arts route, when you want to go the route of the dark arts, that's kind of like, what are you willing to sacrifice? Those usually, in my opinion, in my understanding, require some type of physical sacrifice, whether it be your own blood, some hair, some feathers, a chicken neck, you know what I'm saying? It's something physical, something outside yourself. When you go to the light, in my understanding, it's like self-deprivation seems to be my way of communicating with my higher self. Getting rid of changing up my diet, exercising more, getting rid of all the unnecessary social media time, the screen time, and focusing on me. Not even picking up some books if I don't feel the need to. Don't pick up nothing. Just be with me, myself, Mother Nature, and the sun. Self-deprivation is a key for me, because that's what's taught me the most in my life. But hey, you figure out your own path. My last thing I want to leave y'all with, and y'all know how I am with quotes, so I'm probably going to butcher it, but I'll try my best. One of my favorite quotes to justify the fact that maybe, once again, everyone can do their own thing. If you want to be the jack of all trades, go for it. But one of the things that got me was a quote by Bruce Lee, and he says, I fear not the man that's practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but I do fear the man that practiced one kick 10,000 times. You understand? When you are constantly honing in on your craft, it gets more and more powerful, more and more top tier, more and more at an elite level that you are practicing. And you have to continue learning even when you hit that elite level. Because then it gets to a point, you learn from other people, you learn. Then you practice it with yourself for a little bit. You feel like this new level, then you go learn some stuff from somebody else. You bring it back in, you practice it. Then it gets to the point where you've heard it all, you've seen it all. That's when you start teaching yourself. That's when you start going to source, the ultimate teacher. That's when you start to say, okay, what's the next level of this? What's the next thing I can do? What's the next thing that I can experiment with this? I've seen everyone else's thoughts. What's my own thoughts on this branch of my spiritual practice? You see what I'm saying? You practice your one craft 10,000 times over and over and over, you're going to become an expert very quickly, And that's the way how I look at it, It's like when you practice that one punch, and you pull that George Foreman punch on the puncher bag, and you just hit it, punch. Eventually, that one single punch is going to be deadly. You might not have to watch the uppercut. You might not need to watch the hook. But when you see that body shot coming in, you better be prepared. You understand? That's how I live my life. I'm at the point now where I told y'all, I feel divinely protected. I've been working on my mental magic. My mental magic says whatever happens in my subconscious is what has to happen in my physical reality. So what do? I walk around feeling like there's a bubble of light around me. I walk around feeling like I got a whole squad of angels behind me. I walk around like anything I want is going to come into my life. Ever since I've adopted this mindset, especially for my favorite affirmation, I am the man. And for the ladies, I am the woman that I want to be. I am the she, I am the they, I am the whatever that I want to be. And over time, your interests are going to change. Your actions are going to change. Your thoughts are going to change. Your words are going to change. Everything is going to change to fill that affirmation. And every single day, I am the man that I want to be. I sit back and I reflect on my life. I'm like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I truly were the man, if I weren't the man I want to be, I would be outside partying. I'd have groups of people all around me all the time. You know what I'm saying? I have so much social time that I don't have no time for myself. So that would be like, okay, cool. So I reflect on my life now. I'm like, am I the man, or am I becoming the man that I want to be? Yes. I'm sitting out here by myself, my feet in the ground, me absorbing this sunlight. Just got done with my little workout up there. You know what I'm saying? This is what I want to do, always bettering myself. And I'm also in the spiritual side of things when it comes to my manifestation. I'm just sitting back, Sitting back watching all the signs that used to like bring me excitement, is now just a little head nod. Like it used to be like, oh my God, I'm getting a sign. That's what I'm trying to manifest. And now it's just like, I see it. I see it. I'm gonna sit back and let it happen. You see what I'm saying? This is what happens when you get really big into this mental magic, when you learn how to let loose and let go. You understand? And this comes from my level of mastery, and I'm always working more and more to learn more and more and add on to my craft. So anyway, I hope y'all took something from this. Make sure you find your craft. No matter how much you have to explore first, explore everything. Then circle back to your favorites, and then find your perfect mixture and make it your own. To the next one.